What is up, guys? This is FNH News Reviews tutorial with a brand new video to talk about cryptocurrency. So, this is the first I will do like a series on relevant news information that's been occurring in the crypto world, some like highlights of what's happening. And this was a very interesting thing that I wanted to bring up on how like crypto works and how crypto is being taken into consideration in other countries. So, as you can see, UAE and Saudi Arabia, they're collaborating on new cryptocurrency, and it's interesting because the UAE, I can speak more on that, and Saudi Arabia as well, but UAE more so. These countries, the Gulf countries, are very heavily focused on technology. Like if you live in like European countries or in the US and North American countries and whatnot, you'll be surprised to see like these countries, they're much more advanced in like the perspective of how you would view European countries advanced. Like they are on the level of Japan, if not more. Like they go on par with Japan's level. Again, if you've traveled a lot or you live in those countries, you will know what I'm talking about, because they again, I guess it would be easier to say the cash flow obviously definitely helps, and being fairly relatively new into the world helps as well, because they built it as is and they go from there, instead of like New York City as an example. It's been built, it's been there forever. It's hard to like add newer technology without destroying everything in the process, because you have to like work with what's there and try to somehow upgrade it with people still living there. The subway is a beautiful example. But anyways, just to get into the story, as you can see, the UAE and Saudi Arabia they announced like a agreement basically where they're going to try to make like a cryptocurrency. But the thing is, they're trying to like work with this and trying to experiment with it in a bank level first. They need to do youth training as well. They're trying to make it centralized, kind of, where they're trying to utilize the blockchain technology with also like trying to like basically utilize the blockchain technology and put it within the banks. I know it sounds weird because you're not supposed to technically. The whole purpose is to go away from banks. It's decentralized. There's no relation over there. People have control of the money, but they're trying to put it towards the bank, trying to give you training. So they're kind of making it in a compromise sense. I kind of agree. I feel like the thought process of crypto just being completely decentralized is odd. A lot of shady crap can happen, which obviously with real money happens as well. But if you ever get hacked or something happens, you're screwed. Like you lose your crypto, that's it. Like at least like if your bank, a fraud happens, they have to give you your money back. They will do an investigation. They will find that person. Over here, not so much. Crypto, you're screwed. That's it. You got robbed. You're screwed. When they try to make like a compromise of the two, it can end up working. You have some sort of tracking system, but you can utilize the technology for cheaper fees. So let's say like sending money back. A good example would be a lot of these workers, as you know. I don't know actually how much information you have on their countries' is work environment, how it is. 50% usually from, I know, Saudi Arabia and UAE, their population in general are workers. They're immigrants. They literally work there. They're from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines. They're usually like from these countries where they pay them terrible salaries in their perspective, but for them they're very high and from their country's perspective. So they obviously end up making decent money so they can support their families back home. Now, to send that money back, they obviously pay fees and exchange fees, and then the forex exchange rate fees. There's like a bunch of fees that happen that come into play. With crypto, that would essentially be all taken away. Ripple was a good example of that. How I think it partnered with Western Union or MoneyGram, one of them. This obviously can be, there's like, if whenever I know, with the exception of Bitcoin, like I've sent Litecoin from my Coinbase account to my other accounts, very easy. It charged pennies. Same with Ethereum Classic. The only time I've been charged like a decent amount is either with Bitcoin or once in a blue moon with Ethereum. And again, those two are because of like how old they are. They need to upgrade the technology and get better, etc., etc. Different story. But just saying in general, like they can make a coin where it could be pennies and it could help the people send more of their money back home. So I'm assuming they're trying to go with that perspective. I'm positive if it's the people that live in those countries, they don't really care that much about items like these, having their own money or having a decentralized system. Again, I don't think they care about those items. Could be wrong, but from what I've seen, I don't really think they care. It would help more on the people level, where they can try to make this coin and try to make it work with like other countries. Again, with other Southeast Asian countries per se, where majority of these workers are from, or in general Asia as well. Because I know a lot of like Asian European countries are trying to take it for sure, like Japan and whatnot. And I know a lot of European countries take it. I think Iceland has its own coin. I know Sweden's into crypto. Again, Europe is a lot into this as well. So yeah, that's my perspective. Just giving you the news on regarding this. It's a weird mixture, but I feel like it needs to be in place. People obviously distrust the banks, hence why they made this. But I feel like that trust or that process should be there with oversight and transparency to help like the world see like, hey, this is fine, this is working, this is not fake, or this is not trying to control the medium. If it's working for the people, making it cheaper, if not free, to send to others or their own country, or in general just sharing the coin, why not? If it works, why not? So yeah, that's my thought on this news, and just wanted to like share this with you. I'll probably be doing this once a week, once or twice, or if something major happens, I'll talk right away about it right away, and then just go from there. But let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think about the series? What do you guys think about, like, in general, how crypto's working, how this process is, this new thing that they're working on? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Then if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. It helps a lot. And other than that, FNH out.